Nikola Jokic is literally having a historic season and likely can win the 2021 MVP. People have the tendency to say X player is better than Y player and often use team success to evaluate an individual player's value. Now, I've done this myself. I made a really stupid video 2 years ago titled The 50 Greatest Players in NBA History, and I left plenty of guys off that list. I don't rank players anymore, but I still like to compare players despite playing under different rules and different styles. And I'm telling you, Larry Bird and Jokic have a lot more in common than you might think. Bird was listed at 6'9", but probably was closer to 6'10". Look at these pictures if you don't believe me. Jokic is listed at 6'11". And they're both great rebounders, have amazing playmaking skills, court awareness, and offensively they're both dead-eye scorers from literally any spot on the court, no matter the defense. They dominate the game through finesse, not just brute strength or athleticism. Even though Bird was underrated as an athlete, he wasn't known for his athleticism. Jokic, I mean, this guy isn't jumping over any loose leaves any day soon. He has an alleged 5-inch vertical. I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised that he can even dunk the ball. Larry Bird is a guy known for his basketball IQ, his clutch play, being a team-first player, having incredible impact on the Celtics from day one, adding over 30 wins to his team in his rookie season. The dude was a walking triple-double. He could dominate without the ball in his hand. He could dominate off the ball. He could play multiple roles, i.e. multiple positions. But the thing is, I can say all these same things about Jokic, and who knows where Jokic's ceiling is. He's already likely the best passing center in league history. And then you're going to ask me, why didn't I choose Luka? Because Luka he's not really similar to Larry Bird's game. He's kind of like a poor man's Harden. He doesn't really play like Bird. And even though he's a tremendous player, arguably one of the best in the league, he always needs the ball in his hands, even when his teammates are healthy. He's leading the league in time of possession. And guess who's second place on that list? James Harden. And right behind James Harden, you'll see guys like Trae Young, Damian Lillard, and Jokic isn't even top 40 in terms of time of possession, despite everything that he's doing. Jokic and Bird are not ball-dominant players like Luka Doncic. Luka gets a lot of uncontested rebounds due to his teammates boxing out, and basically this inflates his rebounds to make him look better than he actually is at crashing the boards. In terms of grabbing contested rebounds, Jokic is statistically one of the best in the league, only behind Embiid and Zion. Larry Bird had seasons very similar to the one Jokic is having right now. Jokic is averaging over 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists per game, shooting 57% from the field, 43% from downtown, and 87% from the foul line. Larry Bird, when his teammates were getting injured, and when they were getting old, he was asked to take a lot more shots. And he had a season averaging close to 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists on well over 50-40-90 splits. And he led the Celtics to the number 1 seed with a bad back. If you put Larry Bird's stats right next to Jokic's stats, you compare them side by side, it's pretty close. Not only that, their play style is similar. Both are unstoppable low and high post scorers. We can leave defense aside. Bird was a more active defender, but it's unfair to compare him to Jokic because Jokic is playing center, so he has to guard other centers. And Bird was a forward, so he had to guard other forwards. But offensively, you'll see very similar things. Bird and Jokic getting the rebound, and instead of running to the other end, they initiate a fast break. Now, with the addition of Aaron Gordon, the Nuggets find themselves with a top 3 seed in a stacked Western Conference. Jokic has done more than enough to prove he is MVP worthy this season. He is near the top in almost all the analytics and all the basic stats. Not that I really care that much about analytics, but historically, this is a season that compares very nicely to some of the best seasons in NBA history. I'm just going to put this in perspective, guys. Other than Wilt Chamberlain, Nikola Jokic is the only center to average over 8 assists per game. Anytime anyone comes near Wilt Chamberlain, that should be highlighted. In terms of triple-doubles, he is already number 9 all-time in career triple-doubles, and he's just entering his prime. He's only 26. LeBron and Embiid are basically out of the MVP conversation due to missing many games, and the time is now for the media to be focused on Jokic, because pretty much everybody else is injured. You got Harden, LeBron, Embiid, Durant, they're all injured. But I'm hearing pin drop silence. And I have to ask the question, why? Jokic has been stuffing the stat sheet, leading his team to a top record in the toughest conference, and he hasn't missed a single game. Even though defense doesn't really have a reliable way of being measured, there's many other centers in the league who are worse than Jokic in terms of defensive field goal percentage and shot contests. But most importantly, the guy is not a liability in the defensive end. He is top 5 in the league in defensive box plus minus, and he is number 1 in overall box plus minus. The win shares per 48. Jokic is not only number 1 this season, but he has the 11th highest win shares per 48 season in history, only behind guys like MJ, LeBron, Kareem, and Wilt Chamberlain. So yeah, Jokic deserves more recognition, bro. He's carrying the Nuggets without another all-star. And though you might want to disagree, he's basically playing like Larry Bird.